has the first week been?
As you can imagine, hectic, life-changing in some ways. I've really enjoyed it. I like to say thanks to the boys for their efforts and professionalism in training, and how they've been with me and Steve and reacted. So it was great last Saturday. We got what we wanted first off, which was a positive response and performance on the pitch. And I thought we were unfortunate not to come away with anything. And Berry said that as well. So that was great. And then this week has been obviously meeting with the chairman and the board on Monday, sorting things out and where we go, what we're doing, and then it's all hands and feet on deck and trying to get the boys keep the momentum going. Really, what we started last week.
How have you prioritised work on the training ground?
We've kept things lively. I think that's number one. Got to keep the spirits up. We've put a couple of things in place off the pitch to go with that as well, which the boys have taken to, and a couple of the lads have taken on board and doing for us, which is great. So we're giving them a little bit of responsibility and onus as well. It's up to them, how they do that, which is good. We've obviously looked on a training pitch and looked at the game last week, and wasn't happy with the first goal. Well, both goals were. You're never happy when a goal goes in, but particularly the way we lost it from the edge of their box. So we've had a look at that, and we're going to try and address that for tomorrow night. So that's what we've done really this week, and kept things lively and jolly. And I've got to say, I've absolutely loved it. And I don't know if I'll tell you that in 2 years' time or whatever. I'm still in the job or whatever, But so far, it's been absolutely brilliant, and it's I'm proud as punch to be here.
So team shape and organisation, the big thing.
Yeah, without doubt. Team shape, organisation, and spirit. Because we and had a clean sheet for 20 odd games, so that's got to be priority.
We hear about this experienced head that's going to come in and help you. Have you picked anybody's brains this week?
I have, yeah. I've been in touch with our good friend down bits further south than here, so I spent a couple of hours on the phone to him the other day. So it'll be a good help for us.
A couple of hours?
Yeah. Isn't it? I've just been on the phone all the time and just talking about things and players. I gave him a whole list of players. So we're just picking his brains really, and I'm sure it'll be a big help to us in the future.
In terms of the games you have left, you must know that these next four look to be really significant. Don't
they are. Yeah, everyone says it, don't they? You've got to try and beat the teams around you, but I wouldn't overly get bogged down with that either, because we've still got 14 games. After this, after Friday, still got 15 games at the minute. Obviously, it's important to be who's around you. We're going to say it is, of course it is, but I don't want either, if we don't get what we expect to get out of them, then I don't want that's it, season's over, because it isn't. Still 11, 10 games after it, so there's still a long way to go. We will do all we can to do it, and I was saying it was a positive start last week, from everybody. The fans were, when I walked off the pitch, it was like we got promoted. It was reminding me back of those days, and if we can keep that to go, and I've said to the boys, you've got the fans, you've got to keep them on side now, and that's the minimum that's required to do it.
I know this is going back 3 weeks. We had a texter at Dagenham that said the team looks fine on a sunny day in August on a nice pitch, and Accrington is going to be neither of those days. No. Look,
played there, been there, seen it, and we know what the boys will know what's expected by the time they turn up on the pitch, and we've got. I think it's important that we keep going what we started last week. If we drop off, we're going to struggle. If we carry on what we did last week with a slightly different way of playing, then we'll be fine.
In terms of goals, I think in the last 10 games you've only scored first twice, and ultimately we haven't really seen Cheltenham in front often enough to know what this group of players can do.
Yeah, I think we've got to be professional what we do. We've got to stay in games. Not done that enough. And like you say, if we can score the first goal, brilliant. Whatever I said, got to be resilient tomorrow night. There can't be anyone not up for it. The fight in tomorrow night and the next 14 games after it.
You were a creative player. Are you going to try and set the side up to go forward and attack?
I was a creative player you know, if I didn't pull my weight, I'll be told. So, you know, I expect that from everybody. I expect an all-round game from everybody. We defend as a team, we attack as a team. We will. You try and set a plan up. It doesn't always work. And I've said to the boys, you've got to adapt to what the game tells you to do. You know, we like I said, we attack as a team, we defend as a team. So everybody's got to pull their weight in every direction. Otherwise, we are not going to, you know, survive. That's the only way we're going to do it.
And in terms of injuries, how's Jordan Winter?
Jordan's fine. He's came back Monday, so he's okay. We had the pitches weren't the best on Tuesday, so we, you know, we did about an hour and a half on Tuesday. Did about the same Monday, so he's fine. Apart from that, it's only Asa really that's not fit.
And the inevitable question at the end is: are you planning without bringing any players in before tomorrow?
Yes, you have to, because you know there's no certainty we're getting players in. We are very close on a few, so it's just I just think that, you know, the Friday night hasn't helped us. It's given us that one day less to get people in. I only found out Monday afternoon that, you know, we were in on the job, so it's not given me an awful lot of time. But we are quite the way down the road with 4 or 5 options. So okay, so I think that, you know, we should have some movement next week. And then what, you know, if we plan tomorrow night with what we've got, you know, I like I've always I said after the game, there's enough in the dressing room now, with I believe with what we've got. So, but obviously, you know, we'd like to add to it to just to bolster things.
Best of luck. Thank you.
Cheers. How many would you be looking to bring in, given that 5 came in just about 3 weeks ago?
Yeah. Minimum of 2, maximum of 4 or 5. So we're down the road with a few.
So you're looking free transfers as well as loans?
Yeah. Free agents. There's a couple of free agents that have popped up, and the extra couple of days, we're going to go what we've got tomorrow night, and I'm quite happy with that. You know. The extra couple of days, you know, you get the weekend out of the way, and 1 or 2 other people might pop up that are currently not available. You know, that things change over the weekend with players coming back from injury and such like.
How's it been getting used to doing that side of management?
Fine, yeah, it's all right. At youth level, you have to do a bit of wheeling and dealing, getting players in, you know, because it's just the same, obviously, on a bigger scale. I've got a couple of people helping me out as well, so I've got lads that I know, you know, from around the game that are doing stuff for me as well. So, which is great. You find out who your friends are, and you know, people pop up and say, "Oh, you know, what are you looking for?" And you know, really grateful for it, and really grateful for these guys. So we've also got a Dutch lad coming in on Monday next week. He was an international under 15 and 17, and he's played at the 21s as well.
Is that the guy playing in the reserves?
He was going to play, yeah, but he's coming in next week. So we'll have a look at him. He'll be totally free. So there's. You know, it'd be silly not to, anywhere across the front line.
Yeah. You said last week that it was all about building spirit. This week you've done a bit of team shape. But is your way you want to play the way the team set up last week? Or are you keen to put a different sort of formation slant on things? I think
we've decided we've got to do what we need to do to get points on the board. And we can't be too open. We've got to, you know, obviously give respect to the teams we're playing against. But I do believe we have to get our own house in order first. And if we do that, we have got a real chance. You know, I'm totally positive of that. There's no, you know, I'm not going to say anything else because that's what I believe. So the boys believe it. After the game on Saturday, they said, "Crikey, if we keep playing like that, we will be fine." And they will do. I said to them, "That's what you've got to do." And it's not how I want teams to play at the minute, but we've got to do what we've got to do. And obviously, you know, you set yourselves up, but within that, you do need final end products. You do need good play to win games. So that's just what we missed really last week. And I think if we can get that, we'll be fine. No problems.
Straight question: would you take a clean sheet over anything else on Friday night?
Yes. Oh yeah. That would be a massive, absolutely massive boost. You know, stop Mr. Gornell scoring as well because he's got 2 in 2 there. So yeah, we're aware of what we need to do, and yeah, clean sheet would be first class.
Is this week been what you were expecting it to be? Has it been everything you were thinking of when you said yes, I'll take the job?
You have to say yes, don't you? You know, and get yourself into it. You know, I'm said to Colin and Paul, thanks for giving me the chance. You know, and to keep the club in. You know, here we are. So yeah, I've loved it. It's been good. It's been, you know, there's a lot of pressure and people pulling you in all sorts of different directions and asking you this, that, and the other. So phone hasn't stopped. So. the chairman will be seeing that bill, I'm pretty sure. But so no, it's been great.
Excellent. Cheers, Russ.
Cheers, Russ. Thank you.